Hey guys, welcome to today, Friday. It's our 300 and I'm sitting in front of this contraption having just finished the workout. I thought last Friday's 300 actually was probably the worst that I've done in terms of it just taxing me. But I think this one probably takes the cake so far. Now, concept. So if you're in the gym, then you simply need to be able to get hold of a rack, somewhere to place a bar inside. And then what I happen to have on the other side over here is I happen to have a milk crate with a 10 kilo plate just to stabilize it. And I'm going to be sitting underneath this one with my hands above my head, outstretched, outreached, like I'm going to do a pull-up, but my feet are going to be elevated. The whole idea of today is I can't do a kipping pull-up or a butterfly pull-up, whatever you want to call it that you see in CrossFit. I can't do one to save my life. I could probably get 2 or 3, and then I just look like a dead salmon on the end of a fishing line. So one thing I'm big on is work on your weakness. So what I'm trying to do is I'm using the 300 as a way to try to make me understand the motion that my pull has to go through in order for me to ever be able to do one of these, or even to string 5 or 6 together. I'd love to get 10 without looking like an idiot. So what I chose to do today was to simply have the bar elevated. I seen one of the drills from one of the CrossFit boxes, basically using this as a way to teach people 2 things: one in the kipping pull-up, and 2 in their bar muscle up. So the bar muscle up, the bar wouldn't be set as high, it'd be a bit further down here, so you can actually pull yourself up and rotate through. Whereas with the kipping one, because you're going to be hanging from the bar, I want me to be at full extension. So basically we're going for 300 reps. So what I chose to do was I took the timer, I put the timer on, I used the Tabata timer, but I went for 30 rounds of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Now for the first couple of rounds, the first 10 or so rounds, I tried to maintain every 30 seconds, getting say 10 reps, resting. If I could get the 10 done in say 15 seconds or 20 seconds, I then had a 10-second rest to sit down, and as soon as the buzzer hit, I put my hands back up and I thought about getting my next set of 10. Now, I managed to keep that up probably only for about the first 80 reps. So we're talking 4 minutes, you get them done pretty quickly. You then hit fatigue. For me, I hit fatigue really, really fast. So then what I ended up doing is saying, okay, in the 30 seconds of work, I'm aiming to get my 10. Whether it's a set of 5 and a break and a 5 and a break, I don't care, but I'm aiming to get my 10 in the 30 seconds. I would then use the following 30 seconds as a complete rest period. So I would not have my hands up, I'd just simply sit down in the floor like I'm doing now, and I'd simply rest and try to recover. So that way when the timer went, I'd try to be as aggressive as I can to get the 10, to get them quickly so I would earn my rest. And I found that that worked much better for me in the latter part. It still took me 25, 26 minutes to get the full 300, but doing this again, I would simply take that thing. So I would go every 30 seconds, get your 10 and rest 30 seconds. So basically 10 reps in a minute, 30 minutes, 300 reps, you're done, and you may not be completely shattered like I feel at the present moment. Second tip, if you're doing this at home, you can also use something like a TRX. Something anchor this onto the pergola, something that is more anchored, and you can do the same thing. You can even put this up against the wall. It could be a ball, it could be something that's stable. It's something that your heels are going to be on that you can't kick out. So I've got this obviously against my rack. Second tip, use these. These are little tiny palm guards. The Spry brand are from Rebel Sport here in Australia. They're 10, 15, 20 bucks. Get some. Alternately, get something that you can slot in here, because as you will see, this hand's not too bad, but I've torn the pads off 2 of my fingers in that first 100. And even with these on, I tore it even more because I had them pulled in too tight into here, into the webbing, rather than just letting them sit out over the top. Basically, that's the workout for today. I'll show you what 10 looks like. And again, we're trying to go for that kipping type butterfly, windmill, whatever you want to call it, motion. So you are going to see I'm using my hip drive. My hip drive is up first, and I'm pulling and I'm trying to round to the bar. So my head's coming out and I'm trying to round to the bar. So that way I'm trying to mimic what would be done if I was ever able to do them hanging from the bar with a full leg kick and sweep, as you would see. So I'm sitting under the bar, my hands are a bit wider than the shoulder width. I simply grab hold of the bar. In this case it's like a false grip, so my thumb is over the top. My feet are going to come up into here, and I'm going to simply go from here, and I'm pushing hips, 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 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, it is still quite taxing on the body, so I'm aiming to drive the way that I would do it if I was hanging from the bar. So that's the 300 workout for today. The write-up will be below. I am definitely going to do some upper thoracic, upper body stretches now. I'll put them also in the write-up below. And again, it's Friday. Let's have a look. The watch has been going now for 36 minutes. I'm still at 118, 119 BPM, about 324 calories. So it's still quite taxing, although not physically as demanding as a normal workout. But I know when I wake up tomorrow, it's going to feel like someone's taken a baseball bat to my back. So that's it, guys. Enjoy the 300s there. Remember, we're doing this because we're testing ourselves. When we say it's too hard, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, go out and do some dumb shit like this. It'll help you feel better. It'll help you question your why. And if it's like me, if you can't do something, this is a progression towards that thing. All right, cheers.